got to do it. He could be more polite with disagreeing with Bush. When he talks about snapping his neck, I swear I want to meet him tomorrow after work at Gleason's gym like a gentleman with gloves on, so I could knock him down for George W.
Frankie, listen to me. I really don't want you to take it personal. I understand you have a deep desire and love for Bushka Jr. I'm going to pronounce his name. When I talk about him, I'm going to label him as Bushka, like Bush, or Bush, like Bushka, however you want to refer to it. But here's the bottom line when it comes to that fucking piece of shit clown, okay? Maybe the evidence I had was enough to rattle the shit out of him that he couldn't end my career and was bent out of shape that he couldn't lay a finger on me. You know, to me, I call that one nation under my daddy's presidential appointment blessing and the rule of not being able to go against your predecessor as being God and one nation under God. Because when that clown seen paperwork he never seen before, I think I was jerking off at that moment behind my CB shop counter. But anyway... it's not any of that, man. I don't dislike you. I don't have any animosity towards you. Matter of fact, I like these debates. Here, it's two opinionated motherfuckers. Maybe we should run for office someday because we do the fucking same thing they do.
Yeah, but if you're thinking about doing anything like that, you gotta word your shit much differently. For real. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you speak a little bit gentlemanly-like, then you try to get a little ghetto, then you get like, wiggerish, I don't understand. But anyway, yes, I can take criticism for the man, but when I gotta hear snapping necks, whatever, you know what? Man to man, I bet you he'd knock me out and you out together.
All right, now listen to this. I feel the same way you do about it, but you see, it's not personal to me. It's me just doing my job. And when he got to the part of the appointment that authorized me to assassinate a U.S. president if necessary, it rattled him really fucking bad. And he could not believe that a president prior to him gave some agent that authorization. So, personally, I'm not going to hold it against you. Now, as opposed to Obama, as an individual, I don't know him. As far as I'm concerned, he's my boss. My number one job with my appointments is to protect that president. I don't give a fuck what he does or how he does it. You talk about respecting the chair, the bottom line is this. It's one nation under my daddy. He's in that chair, he's safe, and number one in the U.S. No matter what we want to think, say, do or otherwise. He's still the boss with the final say. And that's the bottom line. And you know what? I hope he's got an awesome agenda before he leaves office.
We're never going to be one nation under God when you left-wing, liberal, sons of guns that attack anything that might be minutely good in this world.
All right, check it out. Frankie, I want you to remember I'm telling you this, but when those sons with guns start pouring out of our water lines and our Brooklyn water lines and coming out the water by your house, and we don't lose not one civilian, not one motherfucker, not one law enforcement official or soldier, and we got it wrapped up in a couple of minutes, believe me, you're never going to say that again about one nation under my father. I'm on the side, guys.
Your party is the party of death. Your party promotes homosexuality and promotes abortion, which means it promotes extinction, okay? Bottom line, that way is live and let live, but die too, It's the doctrine of death.
The rule is die naturally, not because of somebody else's political agenda or profit. With that, I'm quiet.
Yeah, we're free. You're free to kill your baby. Yeah, you got a choice. Don't open your fucking legs if the guy ain't gonna marry you or take care of your kid.
Well, personally, I'm the type of guy that would walk into the Chester Golden Horse restaurant and see above the register a fake model of a hand grenade, and I would make a stupid comment like, I got the perfect place for that, and the waitress would bust out laughing, oh yeah, where? And I'd say, the abortion clinic. So, you really can't get into the debate with me like that because, as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck if the life was spawned or not. It's still a life to be. Murder is murder. Depriving that life, to me, it's murder. I don't give a fuck how you look at it.
Okay, so then you're a half a Democrat, 10-4.
But hey, sort of like maybe two other nations decide they were going to coalition together very temporarily because it's never going to happen. And, maybe they had a different plan. But the bottom line is they're too afraid to execute it. You know why? For what their astronauts took off the moon and brought down on their moon camera. And me, I'm still smiling. I'm back quiet.
Frankie, Rich, I'm chopping out. Have a good night. 73's Baba Booey signing off.
Good night, Baba.
Good night, Baba.
Hey, Rich, I'm out of here, too. I gotta get up early. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Nah, man, you ain't getting off that easy. I want you to take real heed to what I said, man. It's not personal. I have nothing against you. I have no animosity towards you. I'm not forming an opinion on you. When you want to talk about thinking straight, you got to think about one thing. My shoes, my job. So what I say and how I say it, believe me, there's all demeanor and impact behind it. The ramification of what I say will never have its consequences. But your initial reaction of wanting to take somebody into a gym and hurt them, I'd say that borders on a little bit of psychotic. But please don't believe me. I'm not that appointed dignitary official. Frankie, you have a good night. Please don't take it personal. And I love bickering politics with you because no one in 47 years has been able to get Richie to discuss politics.
Wow, 10-4. But you know what? Before I would knock you on your ass at the gym for George W., I can't do it no more because I fight for the babies worse, So if we're on the same page for that, I could deal with you talking anything you want to talk smack about that man because all he is a man, and I believe he's a brother in Jesus on my end. You don't have to believe that. And again, because you feel the way I do about the babies, you're part of the army.
Well, you can construe it any way you want, but my point with you is, and how I score you as being half-eyed, is this. I block all your opinions and visions out the picture, and I look at the picture of what you wanted to do. The bottom line was you wanted to protect the President of the United States. To me, that's high scoring. I'm clear.
Hey, 10-4, but, when you say a gym, that's more like a challenge, a little, I don't know. I would never think about hurting you. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't want to hurt anybody.
Neither do I. When I got to take a life off this fucking globe, believe me, you have no idea how I go to sleep that night.
Yeah, you don't sleep.
Pretty much.
All right, 127, 73s, and I see you tomorrow. God willing.
Hey, I want you to remember something when you think of one nation under God. When you start seeing mad rainstorms and you don't see rainbows for a while, like a couple of years, you better start to worry. But as long as you see that fucking rainbow in the sky after that, I want you to know that that's God's pact for you to understand with that rainbow, that he will never allow the Earth globe to suffer nuclear harm. Okay? The introduction of nuclear technology, sir, was meant for the increasing need and demand for energy, not to be used as mass weaponry. So, if you think for 1 second God allowed it to be put on this globe without being able to contain it, aim it, or control it, you are sadly mistaken. Our nuclear weapon system across this globe will fire and detonate at all certain coordinates. Try and aim your system at another fucking goddamn nation, any of these nations, and watch what happens before it gets to where it goes. You know why? The angels built all your nuclear weaponry. I'm back quiet.
You can blow them all up, and this Earth would still be here. Just we wouldn't be. The Earth and the cockroaches would still be here. Ain't nothing man can do to move this Earth. because the kingdom's supposed to come back and make this a new earth.
All right, I'm taking a pause for the cause of killing this gate. Mr. 1027 is clear. That's 10, go Lucky.